Hi, I'm Lynn Bridgeford from the Isometric Clinic and Isometric Yoga, and today in our quick and easy workout series we're going to be looking at a workout for the butt. So starting with a HIIT to warm up, get the muscle area warmed up, then strength exercises, and then we're going to be doing a detailed stretch. So get something comfortable to work out in. You may need a belt or a dressing gown cord. Let's get fit, let's shred some fat, and let's get some strength in the butt area, which will help strengthen your backs. Join me in a minute. Starting with legs wide apart, we're going to do a wide squat, everybody's best friend, going at speed. Get the high intensity, set it up nicely, use the core, stick the butt out a little bit, knees over the toes, pressing the floor away. Bring your hands onto the butt and you'll feel those muscles working. Get the speed, get the high intensity, get your heart rates up. And then the low intensity, check your form. You want to bring the heart rate down. Have a little rest. And we're going again. So getting warmed up with high intensity interval training, working the butt with a nice wide squat. Going as fast as is comfortable for you. And taking the low intensity, check your form, legs strong, butt working, core working. Using a belt or a dressing gown cord around the feet, bring the feet wide, and we're going to bend. So from this position we're going to push up and resist and release. Push up, resisting with the hands, we get a workout there as well, and relax. Push, 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 push. You should feel the work in the butt, and relax. And again, push and relax, and again, good push and relax. So you can keep the legs straight and push like an isometric without really getting any movement. Push, 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 and relax. It's not much to see, but you're staying still and you're really working those muscles specifically. Staying on the back to stretch the muscle. Bring the knee up towards your chest. Keep that length down in the spine. You can use your thumb and then draw the knee towards you. And we're stretching through the butt. And we take it out to the side, get a slightly different angle. Don't worry how far you go. What you want is the stretch across that muscle. The more flexible you are, the further you need to go. Bring it back to straight on again. On the other side, bring the knee up towards you, lengthen down in the hip so that your back's long, back of the neck long, draw that knee down towards you. If you're quite flexible, this won't give you much of a stretch in the butt. If that's the case, you need to come more out to the side and draw the knee down towards you, getting that stretch in the butt. It's always good to relax when you stretch and to breathe. Come up straight again, and then bring the thumb around the top of the thigh and bring the knee towards the opposite shoulder, so you'll feel you're getting a stretch there in the butt. Coming much wider apart, we're going to go side to side, getting more the outside of the butt, the glute medius rather than the max. Keep your spine in a good alignment, knees over the toes, and find a pace that works for you. Working the side of the butt muscles, the glute medius. We're doing high intensity for about 20 seconds. Get that fat burning, grab the energy from the mitochondria. And then we're going to do the lower intensity interval, about 10 seconds. Catch your breath. And we're going again. High intensity. Find the pace that works for you. We still want to have good alignment and have the muscles working that we want to work and the others still feeling good. Avoiding any overtraining or discomfort. Find the place that works for you. And taking the low intensity interval. We're going to have both hands on the floor and push away. We're working the outside of the butt. If you can do that on one hand, that's fine. And only go as far as it works for you. Taking it at a very easy pace. So we're focusing on working the strength in the butt muscles. And the other side, one leg in front of you, one hand out to the side. You can have two if you like. We're lifting up. So it's as though we're pushing that leg into the floor at a good tempo where you can focus on that muscle working. Pushing the floor away with the leg, working the glute medius. We have a similar movement to stretch the muscle, though we're keeping the leg down and we're stretching up in the body. So relax down, push the floor away so you feel a stretch down the outside of the glute medius. Breathe into it. We want to keep in comfort when we stretch. A nice little release of tension is good. And release. On the other side, get a good straight leg underneath and push away, lifting up through the outside of that hip. Get that stretch through the glute medius. And relax down. Push the hand into the floor. Get that length. You may need to just slide forwards a little, roll forwards a little on the hip, or roll back a little. You'll find that place where you get the good stretch and the sweet release. Always important to breathe. And release. The stretch is usually in the opposite direction, so bringing that leg over, we can take the hand and wrap the thumb around the top of the thigh, stabilizing with the bent leg, and get that stretch. You also get a stretch on the IT band. We're getting a stretch through the glute medius. Stay there and breathe into it. On the other side, take the thumb and wrap it around the top of the thigh. Helps to stabilize. So does the bent leg. And bring that leg across. We're aiming to keep it in line with the hip to get the action of the glute medius. So whatever we're stretching stays relaxed. So we're relaxing through the butt, through the outside of the thigh, and keeping the leg straight. And breathing as it relaxes. And release. Coming on all fours, we're going to lift the leg up behind, so the leg pretty much stays in the same alignment the knee does, and we're bringing the whole of the leg up, and that's working the butt. Find pace, use your core, stabilize with your hands, keep your neck in a good alignment, and then taking the lower intensity interval, taking that same movement. This is also a bit of a strength exercise. It's just taking it at a lower interval and going faster again. Find the pace that works for you. Feels like it's going around a little bit in a wheel. Keep that motion with the leg stable and the lower intensity. And the other side, lifting up, getting that motion in that glute, keeping knee stable, so we're working the glute more than the hamstring. And then lower intensity. Get that movement, a little bit like feeling like a wheel, and taking the higher intensity again. Find what works for you. The intensity may change. You may find you can be more intense the second time. You may not. If you feel your hamstring engaging, just be certain you're keeping your knees straight, or rather in the same bent position rather than changing it and bringing the heel to the butt. And the lower intensity, check your form. We're going to do an isometric for the strength. So with the hand on the floor, belt around the back of the knee, and lift up. We won't lift far in an isometric. Lift and relax. Find the right place to have your hand and feel that strength working in the butt. When you've got the strength going, you may get a little bit of a burn. Push up, push, 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 and release. And push, 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 and release. And again, push, 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 release. Test your position with the belt so you can come up and get that leg up. So supporting the belt on the floor, and push the leg up and release. You may need to bring it slightly further forwards. Push, 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 and release. Activating the butt muscles, push, 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 and release. And again, push. Feel that working in the butt, and release. We give a little bit of relief with the release, and push again. If we keep a muscle working too long, it gets tired. Release, and again, push, 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 and release. We're going to do a modified pigeon to stretch the butt. So I've got the heel tucked into the groin. Back leg straight behind you, tuck the toe under, lift the knee up to stretch through there. Point that toe behind you, and we're going to lengthen and come forwards. So only go as far as you can. This will be stretching across the butt. Bring your head down and relax into it. Coming up, if you want a little different stretch, you can gently bring the foot forwards a little, get a different aspect of the butt, and we're starting to come into the piriformis, and lengthen through the spine as you come forwards. Walk forwards and relax into it. So you might feel the piriformis, which goes from the sacrum across to the hip. It's a little muscle with a big personality. Relax into it. If it's screaming at you, back off. Stretching doesn't work with a scream. So you might like to have a little wiggle, and then walk the hands back up. On the other side, bring the heel into the groin, tuck the back toe under, reach it away, lengthening all the way from the hip, bring the knee down, point it behind you. We're going to lengthen through the spine as we walk forwards. Let the head relax down and get a gentle stretch through the butt. You might like to have just a little wiggle in it. If you're quite flexible, that won't necessarily feel like much. And come back up again. Bring the foot gently and carefully a little bit further forwards. Adjust your posture, lift up through the spine, and lengthen as you come forwards. Relax the head down, and you should start to feel a stretch from the sacrum across to the hip, the piriformis, another butt muscle. Have a little wiggle, breathe into it. You can lift and lengthen a bit more. The best way to release is to relax and breathe. Coming back up. Coming on all fours again, we're going to lift the leg up to the side. Working those outer glutes, glute medius, getting a good pace, keeping the core working, keep the stability in the spine, keep the neck nice and neutral. high intensity pace with a high intensity interval, get that fat burning, and then slowing it down. And taking the high intensity again. Feel the heart rate going up. You might start to have a little sweat going on as you're increasing your cardiovascular fitness and taking the low intensity interval. On the other side, bringing the leg up to the side, keeping yourself stable on the other leg, stable in the core. And it doesn't matter if you can't go all the way up, even just working where you can. We'll get that action in the muscle for the high intensity, and then we're going to take the low intensity part. So do 20 seconds high intensity interval, and then we take 10 seconds of low intensity, and we're going faster again. Find your own pace, make sure you're strong and stable as you get the workout in the glutes. And the slow intensity. Check your form, catch your heart rate, check your distance for the belt, so you can lift up to the side with resistance, keeping the other hand down. We're going to push, 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 and release, and push up. You should feel the strength working quite quickly in that glute, and release. And again, pushing up, push, 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 and release, and again, push, 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 and release. And once more, push all the way up against the resistance and release. Find a good positioning for your belt. It's okay to press pause to find that. And we're going to push up. We're pressing the hand down, holding the belt down, so we get that activation in the outer glute, and release, and push up again. Activate that glute medius, push up and release. And again, we of course will be working other muscles as well. And release, and push up, push, 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 and release. Tucking one leg in front of you. You can bend this leg if that's more comfortable for you. We're going to come forward, sticking the butt out, and then turn a little towards the straight leg, so we feel that stretch. Fine if you need to go forwards a little bit or twist a bit more. Breathe into it. Feel the stretch across the butt. Breathe as you stretch. As you breathe, as you stretch, you will feel that tension releasing. And release. On the other side, tucking the foot in, you can bend the other knee if that's more comfortable for you. And we're going to lift up, come forwards, and then we're going to turn slightly towards the straight leg, so we're getting that stretch. Find whether you need to be up a bit, down a bit, round a bit, and sink the butt bones into the floor. So feel that stretch. If it's more comfortable to bring the hands inside the legs, that's also okay. We're often different one side to the other. Find what works for you to breathe into it and feel a release. You can tuck the underneath leg under and cross the other foot over the knee. We're going to stretch the butt. The other option is to have the other leg straight and keep this leg bent. Depends how flexible you are. We're going to press the hand, take the thumb around the top of the thigh and gently twist and turn around, so we're getting a stretch through the butt. You can also use that hand. And as we inhale, we lengthen. As we exhale, we gently twist and we get that stretch through the butt. We're doing it effortlessly, easily, without strain. And as we relax, the muscle relaxes too. As we breathe, we can stretch more. On the other side, tuck the toe under, cross the leg over. You could also do it like that. I find I get more stretch with the leg tucked under. You could also tuck that under and keep this one on the outside. That I find gives best stretch for me. Take the thumb, wrap it around the top of the thigh, hold this knee in a good alignment, and gently twist as you breathe. When we rotate, we're doing it from the base of the spine up. It's a complex movement, there's not one thing moving. We can press the hand into the mat to get a little bit more of a twist and a lift through those glutes. And breathe. And invite the body to relax. I'm going to take a figure of 4 stretch. So cross the leg over, feed the hands through, take the back of the other thigh. We're going to use this elbow, if you want more of it, to press into the knee. Keep the spine nice and straight, and then draw the leg down. Depending how far you can go, this will stretch the butt muscles on the upper leg side, piriformis, glutes. All of them will get a good stretch depending where you're at with it. And we want to stretch in a relaxed way. The hands are doing the work to pull us down. The legs and the butt are doing the relaxing to stretch. And release. And on the other side, cross the leg over, figure of 4, feed the hands through, bring this elbow against the knee if you need some extra stretch. Keep the neck long and back long, neck relaxed, and use the arms to draw the legs down towards you. If it starts to scream, back off a little, breathe, have a little wiggle. We want to listen to the body and respond to what it needs. Breathing and a little wiggle, get that stretch. You can give a little extra press on the elbow. Make sure it's a sweet stretch. And breathe. Always good to have a little wiggle. Shake your booty. Wiggle your butt side to side. You might like to move from one leg to the other. Just let any tension go. And reach out and have a good stretch. That's just a few simple exercises to work the butt with a HIIT, a strength and a stretch. Thank you so much. Enjoy your workouts. Please subscribe, like, write in the comments below, and go across to my other channels. I have Instagram, Lynn Bridgeford. I have Facebook channels for the clinic, for the yoga, and interact with me on all the channels, and I would be happy to connect with you. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. Thank you so much.